So in example 4.38, it's having us work the opposite direction of what we've been doing. So now it wants us to take the augmented matrix and write the system of equations that corresponds to it. So if you remember, we've got our x here, our y here, our z here, and here's our constant. So we're going to have 4 x's minus 3 y's plus 3 z's equals -1. X here. If it helps you, go ahead and put the 1. It doesn't matter. Do whatever helps you, even if it's a little bit redundant. That's okay. Plus 2y minus 1z equals 2. And then -2x minus y plus 3 equals -4. So this is our system of equations that corresponds to this augmented matrix. And let's go ahead and do let's do one more. It's funny, I'm just noticing, I think that there was an error in the way the PDF saved this augmented matrix. So I'm assuming that we should have a bar right here, and we don't. So this won't take long. Again, this is your x, your y, your z, and your constant. So we've got an x minus y plus 2z equals 3. 2x plus y minus 2z equals 1. 4x minus y plus 2z equals 0. And then I'll let you give this one a try if you're up for that. So now that we've got writing matrices down, now we can start manipulating the rows. We can start performing operations on the rows so that we can start to try to reduce them. This is basically the process of elimination like we did before, only it's in matrix form. This is the part that I really start to love because it's almost like those puzzles where you keep shifting things around to get to the picture that you're looking for. That's kind of what this part reminds me of. So we want to do a process of elimination on this. So this one is saying that what we're going to do is we're going to take, we're going to switch our row 2 with our row 1, because what we're trying to get to is, just a second, let me see what they're doing here. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so now it's just showing you the operations that you can perform on any rows, and that they just result in an equivalent they're equivalent to the original matrix. So it's something like, let's say we have 2x plus 3y equals 6. It's the same thing as taking this all and multiplying it by 2. Or some other example, it's saying we can interchange any 2 rows. So that's what they've done here. They've said, I want to switch row 1 with row 2. We can multiply a row by any real number. So here it's saying I want to multiply row 2 by -3. And you're always going to note what you've done on the next step. So that way, if somebody looking at it, they can follow along. And then this one says you can add a non-zero multiple of one row to another. So like, let's say I want to add, well here, what they've done here is they've wanted to add row 1 to row 2, a -3 times row 2 plus row 1. So they've gone and calculated all of that and rewritten those here. So let's do this one. This one's a little bit trickier. No, we'll do it all. Let's just go ahead and do it all. So the first example says we're just switching rows. So we're going to write our augmented matrix, and we're going to put the second row at the top now, and the first row at the bottom. So here we've done that. The next one says we want to multiply row 2 by a -3. So we're going to copy down our row 1 just the way it was. And then for row 2, we're going to multiply that by -3. So we want -3 times 2, that's going to give us a -6. -3 times -1 is going to give us a +3. And -3 times 2 is going to give us a -6. And then we want to note what we did. So we took sometimes you can do it on either side. We take -3 times row 2. That's what we did there. And then the next one says that we want to take that and add row 1 back to it. So we're not doing anything. Oh, we're taking the -3 -3 times row 2 and adding it to row 1. Sorry about that. So we can copy down row 2, and this is the original, from the original matrix here. So now we take -3 times row 2, which was this one, and we're adding it to row 1. So we've got a 5 plus a -6. That's going to leave us with a -1. We've got 3 plus a -3. That's going to leave us with a 0. And then we've got a -6 plus a -1. So that's going to give us a -7. And then here we can say that we took -3 times row. Oops. It helps if you put it in the location where it is. So we'll put it on the upper line that we've taken -3 times row 2 plus row 1. So now it wants you to do it by yourself. So here, I'm going to let you work through this example by yourself, if you can, on a different piece of paper, and then check your work with these below here. And then I'll pick up with a different video.